So, the turtle finally came back after all of these years. Let's see what he brings to the table. The journey that Gamera has taken is very peculiar. In 2006, the last film that was produced by Kadokawa was Gamera the Brave. Why Kadokawa and not Daiei? Daiei went out of business back in 2002 and all of their assets transferred over to the Kadokawa Corporation, a company founded by the man of the same name back on November 10, 1945. After that film premiered, the turtle decided to retire. He became a citizen of Tokyo and has been sitting on the sidelines when Godzilla was making his theatrical return to the big screen and small screen. Well, mostly because there was that one short of Gamera back in 2015, his 50th anniversary, that was thought to be an upcoming film. Even Kadokawa confirmed that it was only a short, but for what it was really good. Anyhow, after that, Gamera went back into retirement and he has been given his royalty checks that were owed to him by Daiei. They never paid him for some reason. That is, until November 1st, 2022. Gamera got a phone call from Kadokawa and they said, "Hey, how would you like to have an animated series?" The turtle was hesitant at first, but they reassured him that it will be worth it. Now for the actual background on this production. On November 16, 2022, the studio announced brand new plans for Gamera, a 6-episode anime to be exact, that was going to be released globally on Netflix. As you may expect, this caused an explosion of excitement. Shusuke Kaneko, the director of the Heisei Gamera trilogy, had proposed an idea for the turtle, but the studio proceeded with the project despite his pitch. In spite of that, Kaneko did express his support for it. As for the animation, that job would fall on the hands of NG, a company founded by Kadokawa themselves. Personally, I would have chosen Orange Studio, but hey, that's just me. Now for the director. Hiroyuki Seshiza, remember him, was put in charge, as well as being one of the writers, and he's been given free reign to do whatever the hell he wants, so that's nice. And finally, there's the music. Shuji Katayama will be handling that one. The end result was Gamera Rebirth, released worldwide on Netflix on September... The end result was Gamera Rebirth, released worldwide on Netflix on September 7, 2023. The manga adaptation produced by Kadokawa Shoten was published a day later, and here is the plot synopsis. In the summer of 1989, a group of elementary school students finds themselves caught in the middle of an increasing number of monsters that just so happens to find humans on the menu. But there was one monster that hated the taste of humans, Gamera. Soon after the fight in Shinjuku, they follow the monstrous turtle wherever he goes to combat these enormous beasts. Now for my thoughts. It is so nice to have the turtle back in all of his glory. Like anything, however, it is not flawless. I was expecting the main characters to be absolutely annoying as hell, but to my surprise, they were not. These characters are, well, characters. They grow, they bond, they argue, they fight each other, and they have personality. There are some that don't fit that mold, like the GSDF soldiers, for example, but at least they're serviceable. And I didn't expect them to be swearing. That caught me off guard, and it wasn't the only thing that caught me off guard. Not spoiling anything, but there are twists and turns in the second half of the show. The Japanese and English performances are great, and kudos to the other languages. There are some voices that I recognize from other anime that I've watched. The moment I heard Patrick Stites' voice, I was hooked. Every single one of these monsters are a joy to watch. Gamera looks great, Gauss looks disgusting as hell, Jaco looks like a giant pet and I want it. Remind me to stay away from Zigra because Jesus Christ. Giron is very athletic, perfectly 10 out of 10. Virus looks good, and I didn't expect her to be a hyper Gauss. Minor spoiler there. Now the animation is rough, there's no beating it around the bush, but you know what, I've seen worse. The music is surprisingly good. I didn't expect a guitar riff in Gamera's theme song, and the opening and ending music are great as well. Gamera Rebirth overall is a nice return for the monstrous turtle. Will there be more stuff from Gamera? Probably, if Kanekawa would allow it, but until then, it's nice to finally have something that the studio can do with a monster like this. Now fingers crossed for the Godzilla and Gamera crossover. And speaking of His Majesty, it is time to go back in time to 1945, when Japan was on the cusp of defeat in the Second World War, and because of what happened, they have been reduced to 0. But he, or should I say it, dragged the country down into -1. Until then, this has been Demetrius signing off. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and have a good day.